South Sudan recovers a new flag designed by Dr. Riek Machar faction to overthrow the leadership of President Salva Kiir Mayardit. SPLA vows to protect civilians from rebellion in the country. And protesters in Awil condemn the ongoing rebellion in the country, pledging allegiance to the leadership of General Salva Kiir Mayardit. Hello and welcome to South Sudan Television. Wherever you are watching us, we are coming to you live from the national capital, Juba, with the latest news from around the country. My name is Grang John. First, we begin with the Republican decrees. President Kiir has issued Republican decrees reinstating army officers into active service. And the decree reads as follows. The Republic of South Sudan Republican Decree number 105/2013 for the reinstatement of Major Generals and Brigadier General into SPLA active service 2013 AD. Title and commencement. This decree shall be cited as the Republican Decree number 105/2013 for the reinstatement of Major Generals and a Brigadier General into SPLA active service 2013 AD and shall come into force on the date of its signature by the President of the Republic. The decree, in exercise of the powers conferred upon me under Article 153(2) of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan 2011 AD, read together with Section 13B of the Sudan People's Liberation Army Act 2009, I, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan, Commander-in-Chief of the SPLA, do hereby issue this Republican decree for the reinstatement of Major Generals and a Brigadier General into SPLA active service, as hereunder. Major General James Gadwel Galwak, Major General John Mayig Jau, Major General Samuel Mayig Machar, Major General Saddam Chayot Manyang, Brigadier General Guat Akwe Kor, issued under my hand and seal of the Republic of South Sudan in Juba, this 23rd day of the month of December in the year 2013. Signed, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President, Commander-in-Chief of the SPLA, Republic of South Sudan, Juba. Well, to continue with the rest of our news bulletin, the President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, has reiterated his government commitment to restore peace across the country following the failed Sunday coup attempt instigated by the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. General Kiir, who was speaking while addressing legislators in the National Parliament in Juba on Monday, says the coup was planned by Dr. Machar and his group few months ago, and that his government deterred. General Kiir displayed a flag designed by the splinter group that he accused of attempting to overthrow his government through military. Rejoice to Samson has more on the story.
President of the Republic, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, has told the nation that the government has come up with the plans to restore peace and stability in the country following Sunday's failed coup attempt instigated by the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. General Kiir was addressing the National Parliament in Juba on Monday, saying the coup had been planned by Dr. Riek and his group many months ago, and that Machar has even gone as far as designing a flag to replace the current official flag of the country. President Kiir assured the House that the government will soon restore peace and stability, which has been disrupted by power-hungry people who wanted to take power through a military coup.
I wish you all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Of course, the Christmas will not be the same as the other Christmas that we have been celebrating, because we will celebrate Christmas this year while mourning our dear ones that we have lost in this senseless war that we have fought. I'm also grateful to all of you for the great support that you have shown as members of this August House the two houses, I mean, during this crisis, and so that we can restore the stability which was disrupted by those who are power thirsty, who had wanted to take power by force in a military coup. I felt morally obliged to come to your noble house to brief you both on the facts of the coup and steps that are taken by this government. This thing was not a plan of one day. This is the flag that would have been the one to replace our flag. This is the new flag of the new group. This is the flag. Huh? لو كلام ده كان بدا شهر 12 الفلان ده كان بعملوه 200. It is something that has been on for some time, and this is why some people were very busy going to the states, distributing money. The money, the source of the money they were distributing to their communities originated from this flag. And this is why I said before that even they are sitting here with us, they know what they have done, and they are guilty conscious.
President Kiir told the legislators that Dr. Riek and his group upset themselves at the closing session of the SPLM National Liberation Council after having planned for the coup. The head of the state also informed the parliament that the SPLM National Liberation Council has approved the dismissal of Pagana Moom from his position as Secretary General and from any other positions in the party.
I personally did not know that the group absented itself from the meeting because they were planning for a military coup. I thought they were thinking of other things, maybe mobilizing people for demonstrations and so forth. That was my thinking, that if, suppose I was the one who thought of this, absenting myself from there, what is the option that I should take? Manatu, I could go to the people to mobilize them and go out for demonstration. On the case of Comrade Pagana Moom, the Secretary General of the SPLM, and the committee recommended that Comrade Pagan should be removed from his position as the Secretary General, and in any other SPLM positions that he was holding. It was deliberated on by the NLC, and they approved the removal of Comrade Pagana Moom from his position as the Secretary General and any other positions that he held. It is now the chairman, myself, who have not issued the order of implementing this resolution of the National Liberation Council.
The president has ordered for the arrest of the coup plotters and informed the House that he has not ordered the arrest of Nyandeng due to the respect he and the people of South Sudan have for the late hero, Dr. John Garang Dimabior. The Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces further says Dr. Riek Machar has exposed himself to be a man who doesn't want to uphold the democratic process of becoming a leader.
I ordered the arrest of the coup plotters because we were knowing them by name. And from there, they were rounded up and were collected. General Wiai was arrested. General Gier Dr. Majangagot, these were arrested. Followed later on by Paganamo, Dr. Shirino Hita, Madud Biar, many others came in. Ezekiel Olgakot, the ambassador, was arrested. Kosti Maniba was also arrested. And so we have about 10 now behind bars. You might have seen me last night on the TV with Mama Rebecca. Mama Rebecca was telling the world that he was under house arrest. I told her, you are lying. And if I had known that you would just want to blackmail us, I would have thrown you behind bars just like your colleagues. But I left you because of the respect of Dr. Jones. I told her that I respected Dr. Jones, not you. Because if John was alive today, he would not sit with Dr. Riek the way you were sitting with him on the press conference.
U.S. government has expressed commitment to work with the government of South Sudan to contain the ongoing political crisis that erupted last week. The U.S. Special Envoy to Sudan and South Sudan, Donald Booth, made the remark during his meeting with President Salva Kiir Mayardit in Juba on Monday. The American diplomat says Washington is deeply concerned with the escalation of violence in the new nation, calling on the leaders to seek amicable solution to the stalemate. Russia has joined a list of countries condemning the Sunday coup attempt by the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar in Juba, which left many people dead. In a message delivered to President Kiir by the Russian ambassador to South Sudan, Sergei Sechkin, Moscow rejects political violence in the new nation, urging the leaders and the local population to build on the democratic transformation that they struggled for decades to achieve.
Interesting, very open discussion. His Excellency President informed me about the situation in the Republic of South Sudan, and I will report it to my government. What I wish to the Republic of South Sudan, to its people, its population, it's peace. First of all, peaceful Christmas and Happy New Year without fighting. It was enough fighting when you fight for your independence, but now it should be peace.
The parliament is up on its feet, telling the people of South Sudan to abide by the constitution to achieve lasting peace and prosperity in the new nation. The Speaker of the Parliament, Manasseh Magog Rundian, made this call while addressing the extraordinary parliamentary session in Juba today. The Speaker said the country is under security threat by enemies of peace, as he appeals to South Sudanese to shun ethnicity and remain united. We apologize for that wrong footage there. The National Army, SPLA, has vowed to protect the welfare and integrity of the people of South Sudan following the Sunday coup attempt carried out by a group of soldiers loyal to the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. SPLA Chief of General Staff General James Hoth Mai expressed this commitment while addressing SPLA officers in Juba. General Hoth condemned the mutinies for the selfish act which has so far claimed innocent lives across the country, urging the army to stop ethnic divide and stick to the national duty of protecting the nation from any aggression. He added that the SPLA rejects any attempt to provoke political instability in the country.
زميلة قاعد معه كده كله بتشاكل معه ما جي شكل معه ظروف الكثير ده بيواجه معه بس بدقيقة واحد انت تقلب انه تكون عدو بتاعك انت انسان ريال انت ما انسان زول بياكل معك يا اخي حتى لو في شنو مو عشان كالتشر بتاعنا انت بل انا زمان انه لو زي بتاعك لو في بيت ولا اخوك لو في بيت زميله في بيت زول جاي من برا عشان يجي يعملوا مشكله انت مشاكل انت ما ممكن يكون انت يا تكون عدو للزميل بتاعك لكن ربنا بتاع بلد بتاعنا موجود هل بتاعنا انه ننسى المشكله اللي حصل لها ونقدر انه ويفريش فيس قال يكون في سلام بيننا نتكلم مع هذا الراسم واسكان ده انه شغله ده ما بشينا ليه مهل حتى ريك مشار لو جاء بكره بقى رئيس وجاي يحكم منه ما جاي يحكم الشعب بتاع جنوب ده كله ما جاي يقول انه قال انا رئيس بتاع نوير ما بمهل بقعد فوق لو دينك مع قبائل تانيين ده كله ما معه ما بقدر بيحكم.
Interior Minister Leo Ayenya Leo held an emergency meeting with traditional leaders and elders from the regions affected by the rebellion in the country. The community chief pledged to encourage their respective communities to avoid tribal politics and uphold patriotic values, calling on the SPLA to protect civilians from the rebellion.
For the last 2 weeks, and it was part of our program that we have talked to the Minister of Interior, Minister of Defense, Minister of National Security. We've already met the President. We've been concerned about what is happening with the communities in the Hayat in Juba, among other major security issues.
The government of Egypt has offered to mediate peace talk between the government of South Sudan and the splinter faction led by the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. Egyptian ambassador to South Sudan Ayman Al-Jamal revealed this initiative in a meeting with the South Sudanese Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Barnaba Marial Benjamin. Diaukwe Paul Machwe has more on the story.
Continue to shake the country. The Egyptian ambassador to South Sudan, Yaman Al-Gamal, said his government is ready to team with IGAD countries in a move to find peaceful solution to South Sudan political crisis. However, the government has already given green light to IGAD countries to do what they can do to mediate the country's differences. The Egyptian ambassador said his government is ready to do what South Sudan think will bring peace home. Jamal announced the offer after his meeting with the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Barnaba Marial Benjamin.
Instructed to come to meet with the Excellency Minister of Foreign Affairs to express our willingness to mediate between the two parties and to send a special envoy to South Sudan. And also we are offering to participate in the negotiation or mediation that is also being conducted by the ICAD, the EU and the UN. We also are, the President has expressed his willingness also to provide any assistance required by South Sudan in these situations until there is more stability in South Sudan.
Diaukwe Paul Machwe, SSTV News.
Civilians in some parts of the country are subjected to inhumane act by the militants loyal to the former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar in both Jonglei and Unity states. A woman who escaped death narrowly in Bor says women and children are being slaughtered and others burned alive in their respective houses. She said soldiers loyal to the former Vice President killed hundreds of civilians and displaced thousands others in the region.
Those who are in the town of Bor or those who are in control of town of Bor. With this, we will give you a chance.
They were there in Riaren,
Even some of our people are naked. Just we are up to Gabuam. So in Gabuam there is no water. We are coming back to UN people. And then some of our family, they were ran out. Even now I don't know where were we. So you people, I don't know the way you can help our people there. Some of children, they were dying hungry, no water, no everything. Those people like go and take some food in the market. They will take everything. They were burning the house. So we don't know how can you help people there in the
SPLM chairman in Lake State, Daniel Awet Akot, visited victims of Sunday failed coup attempt in Juba and donated assistance to the wounded in the hospital. Honorable Awet acknowledged the role played by the citizens of South Sudan for standing against the military coup last week.
Opportunity to come this afternoon to see the real wounded soldiers, so that I raise their moral. They should not lose sight of what they died for. They died in defense of their country, for our internal differences that could have been settled on the table, not with another people to tell us do this and do this. So this is why I came here to see them. It is usually what we used to do during the war. That once soldiers are in the hospital or under any compound that they have been brought to, leaders should go and see them.
جاب لنا شوية موية، جاب لنا شوية عصير، جاب لنا 3 تيران. أظن ده كويس، ده بيزيد من مورال بتاعت المعوقين بتاعنا، خاصة في الأحداث الأخيرة دي. لأنه لما يزورون بناس مسؤولين كبار زي دانيال، هم بيشعروا على أساس إنه ما جرحهم ساكت، جرحهم في هدف معين، كان بيدافعوا عن الوطن بتاعهم. نحن بنعرف أن الناس كتار قبل كده جابوا نفس المساعدة، لكن برضو لما القائد بتاع الجيش سابق وزول كبير في الليبريشن يجي، ده بيوري على أساس إنه في اهتمام بالمعوقين. نحن في المستشفى هنا كويسين، نحاول نعمل قدر علينا. الناس اللي جابون بينا لحسا 206، نحن فقدنا 7 من كماويل يوم الأحد يوم الاثنين، لكن بعد ذلك كلهم حالاتهم حالات ستيبل يعني.
Thousands of people took to the streets of northern Bahr el Ghazal state capital Awil, condemning the ongoing killing and rebellion in the country. As our reporter Henry Jada reports, the peaceful protesters expressed their commitment and support to the leadership of General Salva Kiir Mayardit.
Thousands of the people took to the street in northern Bahr el Ghazal, the state capital Awil, to condemn Sunday failing coup attempt instigated by former Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. The protesters demanding that those responsible for the bloodshed should face the full force of the law. The peaceful demonstration was organized by the civil society organization in the state. The communities in Awil rejected all forms of violence as a means of ascending power. The people of Awil have expressed their full support to the leadership of the President of the Republic of South Sudan, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, and the State Governor Paul Malong Awan. Speaking during the procession, the Minister of Local Government, who is also the acting governor, Lino Adup, paid condolence to the family of the victims of the failing coup, assuring their support to stand with the President of the Republic. He called for the citizens to refrain from tribalism and to live in peace.
ما عندنا حاجة بقولوا ديكا، ما عندنا حاجة بقولوا نوير، ما عندنا حاجة بقولوا نوا، نحن كلنا شعب واحد في مدينة أول، وكلنا نعيش في سلام ونعيش في أمن وأمان. نحن دايرين نحتفل يا جماعة، نحن دايرين نحتفل الأعياد بتاع عيد الميلاد ده، والناس نحن شعب واحد في مدينة أول، ولكن إذا كان في زول تاني داير يخرب الكريسماس هنا، نحن ما عندنا له طريقة. هو ما في اي مكان له بهنا ده، وشعب مدينه اول عشان كده طلع الليله وبدينا الكلام ده. يعني احنا دايرين نقول انه نحن واقفين معاك يا رئيس، نحن انتخبناك في مدينه اول هنا، نحن انتخبناك هنا في مدينه اول، وكل الناس واقفين معاك لانه انت انتخبوك بطريقه شرعيه وما في اي
دايرين نصانع الرئيس بتاعنا الدولة بتاعتنا جنوب السودان، وبرضه احنا دايرين ندين بشدة الأحداث اللي حصلت في جوبا يوم 15/12/2013. احنا شعب جنوب السودان شعب أمين وكريم وشعب وطني بيحب الدولة بتاعته.
The representative of the civil society organization in the state, Marco Quell, also condemned the failing coup and urged for international community to arrest those figures implicated the country, which is 2 years old of independence.
شهدائنا الأبرياء الذين فقدوا روحهم في هذا الوطن، نستنكر وندين بشدة هذه الحداثة التي قام به بعض من كان داخل المكتب القيادي لحركة شعبية، وهم الذين كانوا يشاركون في هذا السلطة.
Reporting for SSTV News in Juba, I am Henry Jada John.
Thank you, Henry, for that wonderful report. And that brings us to the end of our news bulletin in English. Thanks for tuning to South Sudan Television, your national broadcaster. On behalf of the TV crew in the studio, my name is Grang John saying bye-bye.